Now, to the news, okay? Israel just launched its largest air assault. What does that mean? Well, it's not just about the number of bombs, but it's about the number of targets that were hit and why. NewsNation's Robert Sherman has been living this story. He comes to us live in the middle of the night from Israel after a major day's events. Robert, what can you show us, and what do we know about what went down today?
Yeah, Chris, all you have to do is look at the sky to see the way that this has intensified here. You see the way that you have these flares and these lights in the sky here showing what's going on in the Gaza Strip right now. And I have to tell you, there's this feeling on the ground here that the Israelis have pushed into the Gaza Strip and past some of Hamas's defenses more quickly than a lot of people anticipated. You have this two-front attack going on here. One from the north, one from the east. So we know that Gaza City itself has been encircled. But now we know from the IDF tonight that there are actual boots on the ground in Gaza City itself. That brings up the next challenge that the IDF is going to have to deal with, which is the tunnel system. It's very intricate, and the IDF even acknowledging tonight that that is a quote-unquote death trap to be putting soldiers down there to get into one-on-one firefights. They say they are not going to be doing that. They're going to try and find some way in order to disable those tunnels in another way. But that's what's going on in the south. What's going on at the north has people on the ground here concerned. You saw an intensification coming from Lebanon. All of this is being chalked up to Hezbollah's efforts as well. Well, a lot of people are looking to what's going to be happening tomorrow. The head of Hezbollah is slated to give a highly anticipated speech. People here on the ground are hoping for the best, but preparing for an escalation from Hezbollah. What exactly that constitutes, we'll all have to wait and see, Chris.
Three quick beats. First, as you suggested, encircling it may go more quickly because a lot of the resistance may be underground. To point two, that would mean, well, we're not going to go down there. Well, what if that's where the hostages are? Are they giving any voice to the complication of trying to get back the hostages, not just find and kill terrorists?
Well, they have to, because there's been an escalation of rhetoric from people on the ground in Israel say, remember, there are hostages that we all want to see back home. So they do have to give credence to all of that. But that is the classic fog of war, and that is the classic challenge that is added to all of this here. So we know it's a big concern, but it's going to be difficult navigating those tunnel systems.
Also, what are you seeing where you are? Is there a pickup in seeing bombs coming your way from the south?
There has been a bit over the last couple of days. Today's been a little bit more quiet so far. But the thing that is important to remember here, Chris, is that there's been this widespread surprise on the ground here that Hamas still has the ability to touch Tel Aviv with their long-range rockets. People assumed that arsenal would have been depleted by now. They're still able to fire on central Israel and northern Israel as well, which has been a surprise and leading people to believe that there was an underestimation here.
Right. I'm hearing the same thing as you. And, of course, Hezbollah can definitely reach anywhere they want, basically, in the country. And them firing rockets today into northern Israel is a little suggestive of what to expect from that speech tomorrow. But we've also seen it go the other way, which is where they show their strength, and then he rationalizes a see and wait position, which is, of course, what everybody who wants peace in the region should be expecting. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.